Okay. All right. Then, leadership development and patriotism. You talked about that's one of your objectives.
Yes. When we talk of leadership development and patriotism,
what gap have you seen in that?
Now, the other gap I've seen is that, anyway, the truth is, I don't think every Ugandan, they have reached a point like they're giving up. Because, every country has their own issues. Okay? Yeah. Including the nation called like America, UK, Canada, China, Russia. Every nation has their own issues. But the question, do you see how they market their country? They make their country looks like it's the best place on planet Earth to go in. But ask yourself, this is your motherland. So what will stop you from marketing it? You see, I always tell people that, you see, when you have your wife, you don't need to carry a problem that you have with your wife inside your bedroom to the public. But when you're moving out with your wife, people see people smiling, happy. But in actual sense, there's a fire burning in the house, and people are trying to solve that fire. And that's the same thing. This is, Uganda is like our home. It's like our living room.
Not like it is.
Yes. So whatever we are doing, let's do it within here. But when we go out of here, let's speak something positively. Now, even those who have left Uganda and they are abroad, we call them the diaspora. Okay? I understand. You might see the government maybe not be doing something right, but at least speak something good about your country. Because through you speaking something good, you're trying to attract more investors to come and invest. Because the government is doing its best. Because for us to have more investors to come in, what they consider is the political stability. So at least we need to say that this government has managed to build the stability in terms of security. Compared to the time of 1962, 1970s and 1980s, the time of Obote and so on. This government has tried, which at least we need to know that the investors, they can come and invest their money because the country is peaceful and stable. Yes, we have other issues which knock us here and there. We can disagree and we can agree. I'm a historian. I'm not going to lie to you. And in history, we say we do appreciate and we also criticize. Yes. So I'm not going to say everything is good. But if I'm out in a global platform, try to use the leadership knowledge you have to speak also good thing about the country. Okay. But if there's something wrong, learn how to address it in an organized manner that at least at the end of the day, they will understand. But it's not stopping people from coming to invest. And that is how we grow our economy. Now, so one of the reasons why I'm saying is about training people to become patriotic is that Ugandans need to build themselves from the ground level, that this is our nation. At the end of the day, we need to love it with all our heart. Things need to move on. That we have issues, we will disagree. If there's a challenge, yes, we will solve it within here. But we don't need to overexpose it like what other people... For example, I don't like the way some oppositions, they're doing it. Now, if you keep saying, so-and-so is killing us, so-and-so is doing what... Boss, we know. What does it make sense you telling us what we know? The question is, what are you doing about it?
Okay, now let me go back to what are you doing about it. You have these objectives. You have we've talked about training, we've talked about leadership and patriotic. What is your strategy of training? How are you going to do this?
Of course, practically speaking, first of all, we need to get down to the grassroots.
So just say, we are going to do this.
Yes.
Uganda Democratic.
Of course, Uganda Democratic Union, we are going to get down to the grassroots, getting to talk back to the youth, to let them understand. My plan is to form the Youth Alliance, because to allow every youth to get involved in the running of their country. Of course, when you look at currently, because most of the youth who are in a different political party, they are being pulled by certain visions, but they are not being pulled because they love their country. So they are being pulled against each other. You get the point? Look at, you find those who are in the NRM, those who are in NUPS, those who are in the FDC. So they are pulling themselves instead of remembering that at the end of the day, this is our country. Let's pull ourselves in the national issues first. Forget about the party thing. You get the point. So our interest is that can we get the youth back on track?
So practically you're going to have village youth alliances,
exactly,
county youth alliances,
yes,
district youth.
Now, our plan is to have the regional ones. First, we have the regional youth alliance from every region, because now we have 146 districts. So we need to move in every 146 districts. But all this can only happen if we get the funding and the finance, because we need to reach out to all those youth tell them about what is our program and what's our plan. How do we need to move on? How can they also be positive in the society? How can they commit themselves in serving their country? We get the point.
So Mr. Kidega, because when you plan a strategy, you also think about how the budget, how it's going to be funded.
Yes.
So when it gets funded, then you will do it. When it doesn't get funded, then you don't do it. What is your strategy of raising resources as Uganda Democratic Union to build capacity of the youth, as you say?
No, one of the strategy of raising this resources, one is I'm looking at Uganda and we ourselves. Of course, as we form this alliance, of course, we will see how to mobilize the resources among us, the youth. And you see, whoever has like 2,000, 10,000, shall have a treasurer. Then all this money will be put in the account, and then we sit down and budget and plan. Then the other thing is the church. Now, why am I bringing the church in? There's something that annoyed me. That really make me feel so heavy, because the church is